welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. Oh wait, it's not Trucking with Velox 18 anymore. It's just Velox 18 now. I shortened it up. We're just going all in on the little marketing, the little brand that we got. Velox 18. Velox 18 right there, yeah. Welcome back to Velox 18. I'm over here in Rochelle, Illinois. I think it's Rochelle. I still don't know where I'm at. I slept here all night. It's been 10 hours. It's time for me to hit the road. And we're gonna get down towards Nashville, Tennessee. We're gonna go to Mount Juliet. We're gonna go to Aldi Distribution Center. The appointment isn't until 1 a.m. tonight. Actually, one thing says 1 a.m. and one thing says midnight, so I'm gonna have to make a call and verify. You know what I mean? Verify what's going on. But yeah, before we can do that, we gotta put down like 575 miles or something like that. So we got some driving to do. All right, it's 11 a.m., a little after 11 a.m. We don't got an appointment till midnight, so we got 13 hours to get there. I kind of wanted to wait and start a little bit later than my 10 hours. My 10 hours came up like half an hour ago. So I'm kind of pushing it a little bit so that we have a little wiggle room in our day. But I also want to get on the road early because I don't want to get hung up along the way. We do have 575 miles to go and I don't want to be late. Don't be late for a very important date. All right. Freezer load, it's at -10. It's humming right along. Nice and cool weather, so the reefer's not having to work too hard to keep it down at temperature at all. Got down into like 30 degrees last night over here, so I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I feel like there's something else I wanted to tell you guys, but hey, if I think of it, we'll talk about it after we roll the music. It's 11:30. We stopped over here at this Petro last night. Actually found myself a parking spot after midnight, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. The blue beacon is busy. It's busy. I know, Kirk, I should have pulled in. I should have pulled in, you're right. I'm gonna take this truck home and wash it this weekend. That's the plan. Go ahead, buddy, go ahead. You go right ahead. But yeah, so we're gonna head all the way down to Nashville. I kind of like this route where you go down 39 to 57 to the 24. I like that route. About 25 miles longer than if I was to cut through some of the other highways that are available to me, but kind of like the interstate routes that are the quicker ones. You can either go down this way or you can cut over and then end up going down 65 like around Indianapolis and stuff, but that way you got to go through Chicago. So I was thinking about doing that last night since, you know, I was going to be driving at night anyway. I kind of just thought like, you know, I kind of just thought, well, maybe that's what I'll do. Go down, you know, get through Chicago early and then get through Chicago early and then go stop somewhere down in Indiana and then just run down 65 today. So that was my other option, but the tolls are more coming from Wisconsin into Chicago than if I just do that little portion of the Illinois tollway in Rockford, Illinois. That's like such a cheap toll. And really the time and the distance is pretty similar. So I just said, you know, we're just gonna run down this way. Plus, I won't have to go around Indianapolis or Louisville. This way is kind of just nice and easy trucking, man. Easy trucking. You're kind of by Bloomington, Illinois. You go by Champaign, Illinois, but those aren't big cities at all. You know, I've only heard of them because of, you know, You got University of Illinois, and then in Champaign, and then I guess Bloomington. I haven't heard of Bloomington, Illinois. I've heard of Bloomington, Indiana. Bloomington, Indiana is where University of Indiana is, I believe. So you'll realize most of my geographical information, geographical knowledge that I know is based on sports. That's like the only way that I know anything is because I'm a huge sports nerd. So that's just kind of how that's how I learned a lot of information when I was a kid. I used to have so many sports, like random sports trivia memorized, and I've allowed myself to forget a lot of that, just because I've kept putting more and more information in and knowledge in about other stuff, and eventually all that stuff gets pushed out. But I'm less into sports than I was when I was a kid, that's for sure. Though I still love football, and I'd love to get into coaching football, even though I don't think Gus will ever play. I'd love to get into like coaching at the high school, just helping out, doing something like that. If I can run my business where I'm not gone all the time, that would be cool. That would be a good thing to do. But all right, we're on the road now. We're on the big road, and we're gonna truck it on down, man. Just got about 9 hours of driving to do, and we'll just make a day out of it. Yes. Come on along, ride along with Velox. Let's go. All right, let's hit the road. Let's go. All right, we stopped over here to go tinkle tinkle. We're just outside of Champaign, Illinois, in Farmer City, Illinois. So stopped right here at this rest area, and got myself another beverage, Coke Zero. All right, and well, shoot, let's just hit the road again. Let's go. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Da-na-na-na, making music with my friends. I can't wait to remember the words to this song. We are stopping just outside of Effingham. You guys know what it is with Effingham. You guys already know. One of my favorite places to stop. One of my favorite places to drive through. Any excuse for me to say Effingham on my channel, I'm all about it. But we're gonna stop and get some fuel. We're down about 3/8 of a tank, and so I'm gonna go ahead and take my 30 here and that just let me see, yeah. So take my 30, and we'll be back on the road by about 3:40. And right now my ETA is like 8 o'clock, so 8:40. Yeah, so I'm gonna get close to Nashville, and then I'm gonna shut it down somewhere and just chill out for a while, because I can't get there until after midnight. My appointment said 1 a.m. on my rate confirmation, and then it says midnight on, or it said 1 a.m. on the load board, and then my rate confirmation says midnight. So I think it's a real 1 a.m. because they did that to me on the pickup. They moved the appointment time an hour earlier. They're one of those companies that does that so that you're not late. But what they don't realize is that I'm not late anyway. So all you're doing is making me an extra hour early and ruining my e-log clock. So I don't appreciate that. But you know, whatever. I can complain about that another time. But anyway, so we're just gonna put in some fuel, and then I gotta start pumping, because there's the fuel island looks pretty full today, so I gotta stop yapping and actually get out and pump some fuel and stuff. So we'll do that, and then we'll get on the road, and we'll just keep on trucking, man. We're just kind of taking it easy today, nice and easy. I'm going about 67 miles an hour, and we're just chilling, trying to get good fuel mileage, you know. All right, we're still in Illinois. We're down here in southern Illinois. We're about to grab Interstate 24, but we got a scale, and apparently this traffic, it just builds all the way up to the scale. So I don't know if maybe the scale's open and it's causing the right lane to slow down, and then that's causing just a big backup. I don't know. Usually they try to avoid the scales backing up onto the freeway, but you know, you never know. They might not be paying attention. But we're 2 miles away from that scale. So, you know, we're going pretty slow and go through here. But we got plenty of time. Yeah, there's no lane to be in or anything like that. It's just slow. So I think it has to do with the scale. Sometimes it's just the trucks coming back on from the scales. If there's a lot of them, excuse me. You know, if there's a lot of trucks, sometimes it just doesn't work. But anyway, we'll get through all this, and then catch up with you guys down the road. All right, we're crossing over the Ohio River from Illinois into Kentucky. Man, I gotta show you guys this. Look at that sunset. That's awesome. I know. I shouldn't grab my phone and record while I'm driving. I know. Just too good, man. It's just too good to pass up. So we're headed over the bridge and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. We're gonna cross into Kentucky right here, and then keep on driving, man. Keep on driving. We got like just a little bit of Kentucky to roll through. From Paducah to Clarksville is like, I don't even know. Not that long. Not that long, to be honest. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on rolling. I haven't decided where I'm gonna stop yet and kind of hang out for a few hours, but before my delivery. But I'll figure that out as I go. I'll figure it out. Figuring it out. But yeah, just kind of wanted to show you guys the view from the bridge. Pretty cool. So I'll catch up with you guys down the road. Rolling through Nashville now. We made it into Tennessee. You can see the Batman building over there off to the right. And yeah, we're making good time. There's a Love's right down the road from the Aldi, so I'm gonna go over there. I doubt there will be parking for me, but I'll at least, you know, try to tuck myself out of the way for a little while, and then I'll go down the street and I'll park by the Aldi and see if I can check in early. I read somewhere that they start checking in trucks at like between 10 and 11. So even though I have a midnight appointment, I'll go over there at 10 o'clock and try to get checked in. So that's the plan as of now. But I'm gonna keep on trucking down this road and catch up with you guys when we get over there to the Love's. All right, we made it over here to Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We're 1.3 miles away from the delivery. Found a little spot out here on the street next to the Love's. Don't you guys love a good Love's? I love a good Love's. The more important number though, mileage wise, is we're 36 miles away from the house. Gonna go home, get home. We left out Monday morning. It is gonna be Friday morning by the time we get there. So I'm ready. You know, it's about 4 days. That's about as long as I want to go. Maybe 5 if I have to. But we're getting into the 5th day. You know, 5th day. I had to. Friday's the 5th day. So Thursday night. Yeah. Anyway. All right. I've talked enough about that. I'm going home. I found a spot to park out here on the street, but it's not like a great spot. It's 9 o'clock, and so we're gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and get out of that spot as quick as I can. So I'm gonna run in here, grab something to eat, use the restroom, and then we'll just go over there to Aldi and see if they'll let us in. I heard 10 o'clock. It's only 9 o'clock, so maybe we'll hang out here for a little bit. But I really don't like that parking spot. But anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat. All right. I was just reading some comments while I was eating dinner. It's amazing how many of you guys think your used truck appraisers. It's really kind of comical when people on the internet act like they know what they're talking about on things they don't actually know. Someone said I couldn't get over $200,000 for this truck. These trucks are listed for so high still. These trucks are I know I mentioned it in another video, but like I talked to someone who just paid basically what I'm asking for a truck last week. Same exact truck, different truck, but equal value, I would say. And yeah, he just paid for one last week. Just put a deposit on one last week. So not only do the comparables, you know, on truck paper, am I listed competitively with them, but also, you know, I have direct information from a buyer that, you know, paid basically the same price. So there's people who they're just so sure of themselves. I think that's what bothers me, because I'm like a humble person, you know. I'm pretty like I don't try and act like an expert on anything, even the stuff that I'm pretty good at or that I feel pretty confident in. I don't try to act like an expert on my own channel. Like I'm just like, yeah, this is what I'm learning, this is what I'm thinking, this is how I'm gonna go about it for these reasons. And these guys are like, like, oh, you're never gonna get that for that truck. Oh, you missed the boat. It's the used truck market's gone. And then especially when guys say, oh man, yeah, he bought that at just such the wrong time. He owes so much money. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have equity in this truck. That's why I'm trying to sell it. For the equity, not because I'm upside down in it. I'm not upside down in the truck, so you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, that's none of you guys. You guys are all awesome. Those are just random people that I don't really recognize in the comments section, but you know. No parking, right-hand turn lane only. All right. Gosh, that looks really See how far that guy is? I don't like parking like that. I really don't like parking like that. I ain't gonna lean over that far. That ain't me, dude. That ain't me. That is not me, homie. I do not want my freaking truck leaning that bad. That ain't me. Oh man, these are all a big old puddle there and then big old puddle up here. No wonder there's open spots. They're puddly. I honestly don't know where to go or what to do. There's no signs that say like right lane do this or left lane do that. I don't really understand. I'm gonna go ask them. All right. I went in and talked to the girl, the security guard, and she was kind of passive. So the other guy was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stay up here then." And then, but I kind of talked to her. I'm like, "Hey, so, you know, we're not supposed to be up there, right? Like, we're supposed to stay back." And she goes, "Yeah, there's yeah, you need," she said, "you need to go back and park back there." And I said, "All right, that's cool." And I said, "Yeah, there's not very much parking back there." And she goes, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay there, you can, but you should go back and park over there." And then the night shift girl was walking in, and she was like, "Oh, she knows, she'll tell you." And I was like, "All right." And then she goes, I said, "Hey, I said, I see all the guys parked out there. We're not supposed to come up here until 10 o'clock, huh?" She goes, "Yeah, 10 o'clock. She goes, "I'm not even on the clock yet, so get the heck out of here." And I was like, "All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go wait in this line behind all these other fools and check in at 10 o'clock, you know? Check in at 10 o'clock. So that's what all these guys are doing over here, hanging out, waiting. They're all parked. I'll just try and find somewhere where I won't be tipping over. I don't want to be tipping. Don't be tipping. You must be tripping if you're tipping. I don't know. All right. Yeah, we'll get checked in here in about half an hour. A little less than half an hour now. All right. It's 10:30 by the time we're getting up towards the front of the line now. We got in line at 10 o'clock. You know, I went back to the back where I belonged. And now we're gonna go over here and get checked in. And shoot, should be a pretty simple thing. They said they'll assign a dock to me right away, and then we'll see about how long it takes to actually get unloaded once we get to the dock. But we're gonna get in there and get checked in and then get a dock. All right, let's go get checked into door 101. And there'll be another line over there because they don't open the receiving office until they don't open the receiving office until 11 o'clock, which is another 30 or 25 minutes from now. So kind of funny. This is kind of clustered. I don't really know where these guys are going or what they're doing, but I guess we'll just go over to door 101 whenever we get a chance. Alright, we just checked in. It's a little after 11. And we're like almost all the way down here at the end. We're not the last truck, but we're the second to last truck. But that's cool. He said he's gonna text me with a link so I can pay the lumper fee. It'll be $85, not a big deal. So we'll get that. Once they unload me, then I'll wait for the green light and go back in to get my paperwork. So it's gonna be a long process, but whatever. It's all good. We'll see how long this takes. All right, it's 1:40 in the morning. We got our paperwork. We're done. We're ready to go home. I'll be home by stinging like, I don't know, like 2:30, something like that. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm pretty stoked that I'm on my way home. About getting ready to go home right now. So I'm gonna break down the numbers for this week. Just one trip, just a trip up to Chicago and back, basically. I mean, we went up into Wisconsin, but it wasn't too far from Chicago. So once we get out of here and get on the road, I'll break down the numbers for you guys, and we'll wrap up this week. This will be it. All right, we're on our way out of the front gate. We did 1,370 miles on this trip. 1,370. Well, it'll be 1,370 once we get to the house, but as of now, we've done like 1,330 something. So, but 1,370, 1,370 miles. Just went up to Chicago, picked up in Nashville, went up to Chicago, made a pickup in Chicago, and then went to Janesville, Wisconsin. And then from Janesville, Wisconsin, we deadheaded like 30 miles up to Jefferson, Wisconsin. Picked up this load. This was a one pick, one drop. We brought it back all the way back over here to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, just outside Nashville, and now we're headed home. So the only kind of drawback was the time that it took. You know, it took a full 4+ days to get just a small amount of revenue. And really not that many miles. 1,370 miles, but we did $4,850 in revenue. So $4,850 in revenue, 1,370 miles comes out to $354 per mile. So good rate per mile, but not enough miles to make, you know, the revenue number worth it. If the revenue number was up near 7 or 8 and we got $354 a mile, then we'd be sitting pretty, but that didn't happen. We're still scuffling a little bit, you know. I told you guys it's all kind of a funny game that way. It's like when you put down a bunch of miles and you keep the truck rolling, you're only going to get $250 a mile. When you get the good rate per mile, it's because it takes extra days and you're not doing that many miles, and it's you know, it's like this matrix of rate per day versus rate per mile, and you know, it's just kind of like one of those things where you get one or you get the other. You can't have both. You can't make, well, I shouldn't say you can't, but it's harder to make you know, a good rate per day and a good rate per mile right now. You get one or the other. Take your pick. You can take low-paying freight that goes across the country. You get a good rate per mile, but you can get a decent rate per day on those loads. Or you can get kind of shorter loads or multi-drop loads that are better on the rate per mile, but not as good on the rate per day. And you know, if I was able to find a load that reloaded on Wednesday morning instead of Wednesday night, maybe it would have been a little different, but you know, wouldn't have helped that much. So anyway, that's the breakdown of the numbers. And shoot, this is where we'll wrap up the video. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get some sleep in my own bed, and yeah, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. I sleep okay in the truck, but there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. There's just nothing. I sleep good, but I sleep better at home. All right, I will catch up with you guys next week. And shoot, maybe I'll go live again this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling. All right, love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next one. Amelia! I scared you. Just editing my video with my dogs. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Oh, kisses. Oh, we don't do kisses on the face. All right. Oh, yawn. Who's that dog? Who's the dog on the phone? Get out of here. Get out of here. I should get out of here. You see that dog on the phone? That's you. Ding dong. That's you. It's Amelia Earhart. For everybody that doesn't know. It's Amelia Earhart right there. If she didn't shed white hair everywhere, I'd have had her in the truck with me a long time ago. She's a good dog. She's a good dog. Although she's a runner. She likes to run. She likes to run. You like to run. I know. Oh, not in the ear.